All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Winner Circle Sports Podcast All-Star Break Special. We have the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game to talk about, starting off with the Home Run Derby. So Albert Pujols being, I guess, the honorary invite. As you can see, Julio Rodriguez put on an absolute show in the beginning. I think he had 32 home runs, and I didn't think Seager had a chance. I thought he would win it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna second guess you on that. I think Seager did have a chance if he was up against anybody other than Julio. I mean, he hit 24.
Mm-hmm.
24 is, that's not a small number by any means. It's higher than any of the other participants hit. So he just got unlucky and had to go against Julio.
So round two was my boy Pete, obviously, or round two, I guess. So
yeah,
first Ronald Acuna, who I think put up 19. I think that was pretty easy for Pete to beat. Unfortunately, his throwing buddy David Joss, who got traded to another team, I guess, or like worked.
yeah, I think he got cut.
Yeah, so like whatever, like he didn't really have that much time to practice with Pete like he did the last 2 years. So their connection was a little off. Pitchers weren't aware Pete like would have wanted it. I just saw a guy with a giant glove in the right side of the screen. Yeah, giant glove. I mean, this is like just so fun. Like I love the home run derby, so it's just fun to watch.
Now, I'm gonna say this before you do. All right, so I know we talked about Alonso and Acuna and J-Rod and Seager. Now, obviously, the next people up were Pujols and Schwarber.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know probably 95% of the people in the stadium, if they bet on the game, they bet on Schwarber to beat Pujols. And I've seen numerous amounts of evidence saying that ESPN miscounted Schwarber's home runs. I don't know if you've seen any of those videos because you're not really on the TikTok side, but people have been going back and have rewatched the entirety of the Schwarber thing. And apparently ESPN skipped over home run number 18 for Schwarber.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to hit two number 18s and ended up only hitting 19 or whatever he needed to win. And he was one short, and Pujols ended up beating him in that round. I know you lost money on it. I know probably 95% of the stadium lost money on that. How do you feel about that?
I thought, and around that number, it makes sense. Like, I thought at the end, I saw one go out, and it didn't click up. And I was like, okay, obviously, maybe it just didn't. But, obviously, I want my bet refunded. That's it. I wanted to my bet refund.
Little bad beat.
Yeah.
But then we go on to Juan Soto. Who did he verse again? In the first round, I'm blanking.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez. Yeah, we're watching right now. Okay. So, yeah. Jose Ramirez, I don't know if you knew this or were watching the broadcast where they said it, but Jose Ramirez has more home runs from the left side. So a lot of people were shocked when he kind of was swinging from his natural side, which is right. He's a switch hitter. So this year he has more home runs from the left side of the box. Soto put on a little bit of a show here we're watching. I never had a doubt Soto was winning that 100% out of 100% in my mind. There was never a doubt. At this point in time, it was really fun to watch. Like you said, it's a very fun event. The whole point is supposed to be fun. So the whole point is supposed to be fun. It's a fun adventure. That's the whole purpose of the home run derby. Now, I think that pretty much sums it up. They went on. Soto ended up beating. Who was it? Pete? No.
J-Rod.
J-Rod, yeah. He ended up beating Julio Rodriguez in the final. So that was fun to watch. Unfortunate news. We talked about last episode that Soto declined his $440 million extension, and the Nationals, being the abysmal organization that they are, decided not to charter a flight for Juan Soto out to Los Angeles. So he had to sit on he was in a first-class plane, normal commercial plane from, he was in Atlanta. They were playing the Braves. From Atlanta to LA, didn't arrive until 2 a.m. and then had to compete the next day. So Nationals, grow up. Harper left. Now Soto's going to leave. You're losing all your players.
Yeah. And one thing I was if you saw the videos of like Diaz and Marte like hyping him up and shit, like getting close, kissing him basically. Like they are trying so hard to bring my boy over. But we'll talk about that later.
Oh, everybody.
Moving on to the All-Star game. Nardi had 5 Yankees. Mets had 4. Our first starter, Jeff McNeil, since 2013, which was when the game was in New York. So you got to admit that, like, that's probably a little biased while we had guys.
6.
Yeah.
The Yankees had 6.
But, again, like, a good game. The All-Star game, to me, is a little less exciting, but the Yanks did well. Obviously, Giancarlo winning the MVP, obviously, I think deserved as well. Hit a bomb.
457 off the bat. Just putting that out there.
What did you think, like, watching the game? How was it?
Now, I might get this wrong, but was Andreas Jimenez the guy you liked? He was the Met?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw his play in the first inning, or first or second inning, but he made an incredible play at second base, robbed somebody of a hit. But the game itself, the only thing I kind of get annoyed with is that the pitchers kind of change every inning. Like, you need to have a new pitcher every inning. So, like, if you're a starting pitcher, you're really only pitching an inning. And if you suck, you're getting, like, half an inning. So, a couple people that got, selected to the All-Star game didn't end up pitching. I know Nestor pitched. I think Garrett Cole pitched, but I'm not certain. I'm not sure. But I know Shohei pitched. Shohei hit in his first inning. They got picked off by Clayton Kershaw. I didn't think I've ever seen a pickoff move in an All-Star game ever. But Shohei got picked off. National League took a quick 1-0 lead in the first inning. Mookie Betts, little RBI double. And then I think you said you wanted to talk about Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go for that.
Guy hit a home run in the first inning. I was hoping that he could, get something else later, and I was hoping that he would win the MVP. Obviously, first inning is way too early to tell, but just in my opinion, I want to say I think he's the best player in the game right now. You can let me know in the comments, but for me, right now, best player in the game, Paul Goldschmidt. That's it.
I agree. I kind of agree with that. He's one of the most underrated players in the entirety of the MLB. You never hear his name in MVP conversations, like, ever. You never, like, I don't think he's Gold Glove caliber first baseman, but Silver Slugger for sure. He's having another unreal year. I think his career average is somewhere around 280, and this year he's batting, it's like 320 or something going into the All-Star break. So him and Freddie Freeman, I think, are two of the most underrated players in baseball when it comes to hitting and defensively. They're both very good players. So National League had a 2-0. It was 2-0 going into, I think it was the fourth inning. And Tony I think his name is Gonsolin. Gonsolin. I don't know how you say it. He's a Dodger. 11-0, 2.0 ERA. He's having an unreal season for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
It wasn't Judge. It was whoever was batting after Judge. I can't remember who it was. Gets a little leadoff single. They get to first base, work a walk. And then up comes Giancarlo Stanton, and Gonsolin threw it was like a cutter almost that kind of hung above the plate, like middled it, but like way out of the strike zone, and Stanton just turned on it, sent it 457 out to left field. And then coming up after him, I was actually kind of talking shit about this guy when it happened. Byron Buxton is up after. I know he wasn't the main starter. It was Mike Trout, but Buxton ended up filling in. I said it to my brother. I was like, how is this guy in the home run derby? I mean, in the All-Star game, he's batting 217. I know he has 23 home runs, but he only has like 30-something RBIs. So most of his RBIs are home runs, or his own runs. And I was like, wow, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden he turned on one, sent one 420 the next pitch. And that was the rest of the offense for both teams in that game. The pitchers came in, a lot of the pitchers were fun to watch. I know a lot of people were mic'd up. Jose Trevino, I think, came up in like the 7th inning. Oh, yeah. Garrett Cole pitched to Trevino. So, yeah, Trevino was in. Or next, I don't know, whatever. But he was pitching. Trevino comes up to bat, mic'd up while he's batting, talking to, I don't know who the announcers were. I think it was Joe Buck and somebody else, and hits one down the right field line, ends up getting a single out of it. And then he turned to the dugout, was like really happy, and everybody was yelling at him because he should have gotten a double out of it. If you're watching it, I mean, the ball, slow roller down the line, no one's there. Guy should have legged it out. It's the All-Star game. But congratulations to him. He got the ball. He was there with his kid. There was a lot of players. That's one of the coolest things to me too. If your father's in the MLB and you get to like be on the sideline, I know Trout had his kid there. Garrett Cole had his kid there. Trevino had his kid there. Freddie Freeman had his kid there, and they were all the kids were hanging out together. It was funny. They were all just running around with their dads like jerseys on the sideline. And and Jose Trevino is a cute pic. I'll post it on Instagram later. Him and his son were both wearing the same suit when they went to the stadium. They're wearing like this black with like silver swirls on it. It was awesome. I think that's about it for the All-Star game. So another huge topic. This is the last day with no scheduled games. Thank God. I'm bored. I need something to watch. Free agent news. What do you think? What are we thinking? Think the Mets need anybody right now?
Yeah. So first off, I have to start with talking about Soto. I mean, he's the hottest guy in the news, and I want to be the first to say I don't want him. I do not want him. I don't want to give up the farm. I don't want to give up the farm plus the neighbor's farm, and then we got to pay the guy $500 million. Crazy. That's crazy, man. I don't care how much of a game changer. I don't care if he's a future Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't want him. Nardi, I hope the Yanks can have him, actually. I hope he goes to the Yanks. Water him down a little bit.
I'm going to go with you on that.
You don't want him either?
No. All right. I'm going to talk about this now. All right. I watched the first episode of Jeter's thing came out, right? They talked about Buck Showalter managing the Yankees. They talked about Stick running the Yankees organization when Steinbrenner got like suspended for 2.5 years. And Stick had a very different outlook, okay? When Stick was manager or the GM for 2 years, he drafted Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, and Jorge Posada, okay? He drafted those 3 players. They were all on the team in the minors, all on the minor league team at the same time, all right? The same thing is going on right now. You saw it in the Futures game. Volpe, shortstop. Dominguez, center fielder, although I'm not totally in on Dominguez yet, even though he crushed one in the Futures game. And Waldachek, who is our next up-and-coming pitcher. And even then, we have Austin Wells at catcher. 4 players who are all in MLB's top 100 prospect list. To get Soto, mind you, this would only be for 2 years because we would still have to – whatever team gets him would still have to extend them themselves. They're going to have to extend them themselves. He's on contract for 2 years. You're getting him for 2 years. I'm not giving up my entire farm system for a guy who we're only going to have for 2 years. And another feeling, it's deep down inside me. If we get Soto, we're not getting Judge. That's how that's going to play out for the Yankees. And then Judge will probably be in a Mets uniform if that happens, and I can't see that.
No, I don't want him. I don't want him either. Wow. So then going back to what you asked me, what do I think the Mets need before the trade deadline? And I think the short answer is anybody. Anybody who can bring a spark to the team. I mean, it's tough because like we're in the situation where like anybody that we bring in, like a known guy, is going to have to go down. Like it keeps saying every series review, like JD, Dom, Jankowski, like one of those guys is going to have to get off the team. Like that's why Robbie Cano is off the team, because he's such a great clubhouse guy that like I wish we could keep him. I wish we could hire him as a coach, but like not as a player, because like I don't want to waste a spot. But I think we need a relief pitcher more than a starting pitcher. I know I heard a lot of Mets fans saying they wanted the Reds pitcher, Luis Castillo. He pitched in the All-Star game, I believe. Like, I wouldn't mind, obviously, having an All-Star starting pitcher, But I'm kind of confident that if we had everybody healthy, that we don't really need another guy. But the relief pitching is looking worse and worse. We started off really good. I mean, Drew Smith looked like Clay Holmes in the beginning. Now he looks like Seth Lugo's son. He's spending too much time. I mean, the bullpen's really fallen down. Diaz, thank God, has been sharp. So not a closer, but just a 2-inning guy. I mean, that's it. Give me a 2-inning guy. Don't really want any bats. I love the team. I kind of just want to relief. I don't want to say relief. I want to say bullpen, middle inning guy, middle inning. That's what I want. So I don't know who, because I'm not that, into the game like that. But give me a guy that I never heard of that's got a under 5 ERA. I'll give him a shot. That's it. That's it. What about the Yanks? Oh, before I want to say something about the Yanks. I think Matt Carpenter has been the best mid-season or like during the season trade in the whole league. Like
100%. 100%. Dude was a free agent, got signed by the Yankees, and now he's batting 360 over however many games he's played. Yeah, so like you said, the Yanks, if you've watched the Yankees recently, Tyone and Nestor have kind of taken a step back a little bit. Like, yeah, they're still good. Like, don't get me wrong. They'll give you, like, maybe they'll give up 2 or 3 runs, but then there's games where they give up, like, 5 and get pulled in the 3rd inning. And with Gill going down with that, needing Tommy John, we don't have that guy to come in the bullpen, like you said, the middle inning guy who can give him relief. So we've been using J.P. Sears in that spot, but I think J.P. Sears is a better starting pitcher than he is a relief pitcher. He's 3-0 as a starter right now with like a .3 ERA. So I don't see why we need to move him into the bullpen. I know Domingo Germán was doing his relief assignments, so he might be coming back, which is good because if he's healthy, he's good. Loaizaga pitched the other day, just came back, was not good at all. He looked off. But I guess that's to happen when you haven't pitched in 3 months. But I would like a middle inning guy and maybe an outfielder. Like, I love Joey Gallo defensively. He's one of the best defensive outfielders in the game for sure. But in the field, I mean, like offensively hitting, he's not it. I saw a stat today. He's had 2,600 career at-bats. Take a guess on how many sac flies he's had in his entire career.
9.
2. How do you go that? Like, dude, I think I could get a sac fly in the MLB. Like, that's insane, dude. Come on. All you have to do is put the ball in play. But, like, it's either a swing and a miss or a pop-up with him. And most of the time, it's a swing and a miss. Like, another outfielder, Benintendi. I know a lot of people are high on Andrew Benintendi, another all-star. Yeah. I could see him coming. I would love Luis Castillo, but he's very good. There's a lot of teams interested in him. The A's, I know the A's are in a bit of a slump right now. They kind of ass. Frankie Montas on that team has been great so far. I would like him. The Mets could probably do with him too. He's another good, but you already stole Bassett from them, so. Yeah. But there's a couple guys like.
Got a couple A's guys, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I have nothing to say about free agency, but I do want to end on one thing. Did you see the interview with Judge?
No. What? No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, it's not good. It's not looking good. Hopefully, it's just a leverage play. But
no.
So,
what
first off, this reporter is the biggest bitch I've ever met in my life. I don't like her at all. She did it to Soto and she did it to Judge. Soto was smart. She said to Soto, he's talking like this is right after he won the home run derby. Same reporter, talking to him, talking about the home run derby, and then she's like, I hate to put you on the spot, but what's going on with your contract and such? And he just goes, I don't care about that right now. I'm here. I won this for Washington. I won it for the Nationals. He's like, I won the home run derby. That's all I care about right now, right? That's what Soto said. She goes to Judge, talks to Judge after the All-Star game. She's like, there's a boy over here saying he loves Judge and he would like be very upset if Judge left. And Judge, in the worst way possible, answered this young boy's question. He goes, obviously, it's not. He's like, it's what it is. He goes, it is what it is, right? but he goes, hopefully the young fan is an Aaron Judge fan for life. And I've never been more like, my heart sank when I heard him say that. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, bro, hopefully it's a leverage play to get the Yankees to pay him what he fucking wants. But if not, I'm going to be so upset, dude. Bro said that on national TV. Like, bro, Soto was smart. Soto is him. Soto's like lawyer was next to him, so he didn't say anything stupid. Judge goes, just talking away. I was like, oh, no. That was rough for me.
What a story. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We will see you in a couple of days when the Yankees come back. I don't know exactly. Actually, is it Subway Series coming out of this?
I don't think so. No way.
Hold on, I gotta check. I gotta check the lineups.
Maybe like 3 series away.
Hold on. I may be the Subway Series. I'm also not cutting this. This is going to be in because I want to see. I want to see the reaction.
The Yankees play the Astros. Mets play the Padres next.
Astros, okay. Astros, Baltimore, Mets. There we go.
All right, I'm spot on. 3 series. Let's go. So who did it? So,
all right.
Yeah.
So we have the Astros.
Rerun it.
You sure? No, fuck it. We're leaving that in. I'm not cutting that.
All right.
So we have the Astros. You have who?
Padres.
The Padres. So again, you guys got shellacked by them last time.
I don't know if we got shellacked. We might not have did great. We had a rough Cali road trip. So.
Yeah. I'll be the one to admit it that the Yankees got fucking bitched last time we played the Astros. So hopefully we can pull off this is good though, because I feel like the Yankees are going into a little bit of a skid at the All-Star break. So hopefully this could be a good rebound series for them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. Peace out, everybody.